If your child's fidget turns into a toy, or the wobbly stool turns into a spinning circus, this episode is for you. Because sensory tools can be amazing, or they can totally derail learning. Stay to the end because I will give you the one test that tells you instantly if a tool is helping or distracting, and also what to do if a teacher says, no fidgets allowed in class. Please like and subscribe for more tips and strategies on neurodiversity, and let's get started. Welcome back to From the Teacher's Desk. I work with neurodiverse learners and their families, and today we're discussing sensory tools. Here's the main idea. A tool is only a tool if it increases access to learning. If it decreases access, it's a distraction, no matter how much you paid for that tool. Now, many tools fail for one of the following reasons. Firstly, it's the wrong tool for the child's nervous system. Secondly, they're using it at the wrong time. The child may already be dysregulated, or it's not at a time that will help the child. And thirdly, there are no boundaries. So the tool becomes a plaything, it creates conflict, it makes noise. It's not going to help. So today I'm giving you a simple framework that can be used both at home and at school. Let's discuss what the job of a fidget is, and a myth that's been spreading around about fidgets. The myth is that fidgets help every child focus. This is not true. The job of a fidget is not entertainment. It's to keep the hands busy so the brain can attend to the task of learning. It's to keep the body regulated so that learning becomes possible. If it does not do one of these jobs, it's not a fidget, it's a toy. Here are 3 rules of sensory tools, and if you teach these to your children, you will eliminate most problems. Rule number 1 is it has to be quiet. If it's going to make noise, it will draw attention away from the learning. Rule number 2, it has to be safe. It has to be safe for the child themselves and everyone around them. It should not be thrown. It should not be used to hit anyone or poke anyone. And rule number 3, it has to help you work. And this is the key. If your eyes are on the fidget, watching it or playing with it, it's not helping. Here's a script for when your child wants to use a fidget. This tool is for learning. If it stops helping, we'll have to remove it. And now for a quick guide on sensory tools, seating, and fidgets. We'll break down the common ones and see when they actually help. Let's start with hand fidgets. And the best types are the soft stress balls that you squeeze. These are really quiet, and you can squeeze them whenever you want. There's also therapy putty. That's also really, really good for the muscles of the hand. This is a nice quiet one you can use in class. Just make sure it doesn't stick to anything. And also, this is a bicycle gear fidget that we use in our classroom that keeps students busy for a really, really long time, and it's nice and quiet, nice and small too. Anything that flies or spins dramatically becomes a show. Now let's talk about seating tools. This is good for kids who need movement to stay attentive. Examples are wobbly cushions, resistance bands, which is like an elastic band that's attached to the front 2 legs of a seat, and children push their feet against this, or standing desks, or a counter in a classroom. Seated tools work best when paired with a rule. Your job is to keep your eyes on the learning. And now for chew toys. This is really good for students who regulate themselves through chewing. And either you can use chew necklaces. If you use chew necklaces, make sure it's made of strong enough rubber because little bits can break off in their mouth. And you can also use snacks. For example, cut up carrots and apples, and you can give these to a child at planned times during the day. Just please be really careful. If you're using chew toys at home and at school, please make sure that you have hygiene rules around these as well. Next are visual tools. Sometimes the best sensory tools aren't sensory at all, but they're visual and they're predictable. For example, a mini checklist, a visual schedule, a timer, a first then card. For example, first you wash your hands and then you have a snack. These can really help a lot. They reduce stress, which can cause dysregulation. Now, here is the test I promised. It takes 5 seconds. After 2 minutes with the tool, ask yourself, is my child more available for learning or less? More available will look like having their eyes on the lesson, having a calmer body, listening better, and having more of an output. For example, writing more or answering questions easier. Less available will look like if they're watching the tool, arguing about it, distracting themselves or distracting others, increased silliness or shutdown. If it's less available, don't shame the child. Change the tool, change the rules, or change the timing. And here is what to say if a teacher says, no fidgets allowed in class. A teacher-friendly script could be, we found a quiet, safe tool that improves attention. Could we try it for 2 weeks with clear rules and then review what you notice? This keeps it collaborative, not confrontational. So remember, a sensory tool is only a tool if it increases access to learning. In our next episode, we're going to look at the exercises that we've been discussing over the past few episodes and get a chance to try them out together. See you next time from the Teacher's Desk.